Being able to get your hands on your IFAK, multi-person IFAK, or stop the bleed kit in your vehicle, it's a lifesaver, guys. Now, here on Minute Man Preparedness, we have talked about the IFAK, the multi-person IFAK, booboo kits, first aid kits, different bags and setups and all these things. But guys, one thing I have neglected to talk to you all about is the rapid availability of gaining access to said important medical equipment in your vehicle. I've just talked about having it in your vehicle. So today on Minute Man Preparedness, we're going to be talking about that rapid access, being able to get your hands on that life-saving medical equipment in a fraction of a second. You know, not digging under the seat or in a bag or in a box in the rear, going through a toolbox or something like that, guys. Rapid access to your life-saving medical equipment. And that information will be coming up next, right here on Minute Man Preparedness. All right, so welcome back, guys. So I'm not going to actually pull my Headrest IFAK mount off of the headrest because I'm extremely OCD and it took me a while to get it set up exactly how I wanted it. But I do have a Tasmanian Tiger Headrest IFAK mount. I bought it on clearance, I believe, some years ago. I don't even think they make this model anymore. But I'm not here really to talk about a specific product because there are a plethora, a handful, a bunch, a lot of IFAK headrest mounts out there, guys, and different platforms and ways of mounting your medical kit, your IFAK stop the bleed kit, to your back seat or your back headrest of the driver's side or passenger side seat. So you figure out what you like, guys. This is just what I have. And again, I don't even think they make it anymore. I looked around, didn't really see it. But we're going to be talking about the components I have and the handful of items I actually have mounted on the side of it. I took those out too. So I'm going to have my cameraman spin you around here to the shield table I have set up in the back of my vehicle, and we're going to go through these components. So let me get my cameraman, let me get myself to spin this camera around, and we're going to get right into it. So hold tight. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get on into it. So on the side of my Headrest IFAK mount, I have two TQ pouches. I have a soft T wide tourniquet. Fantastic tourniquet. I actually got that for free when I went to TECC through the feds, a really great school active shooter school they put on, so they gave me that one. And then just your standard CAT TQ Gen 7. Fantastic. So two tourniquets right there on the side of the headrest. And if you're in EMS, fire, law enforcement, sometimes you know about these. These are the Leatherman Raptor shears, guys. Fantastic, fantastic shears. They're a little dirty, but really, really great item here. I'm not going to, do a deep dive into them, but they fold up really nice. I actually carried these in my pocket at work. Just a plethora of things you can do with these. Fantastic, a tad pricey, but you do get what you're paying for. So these are mounted on the molly mounts on front of the Headrest IFAK mount. Now this is the pouch actually inside of it, and you will kind of start to see a little bit of duplication with some of the items. So right here in the front in the elastic molly mounts, again, we're not really going to be delving into the actual mount itself because that's not really important. What's important is that you have your items. I've got a older, cheaper pair of shears here. They're starting to get pretty weathered, so I need to clean these or just use them for messing around the house. But I do have those fantastic Leatherman Raptors there. So again, redundancy. Let me slide some of this stuff over here. I know this camera angle is not fantastic, guys, but it is what it is. So we got another pair of shears, your permanent marker for marking TQ application time on the TQ time strap or on the forehead or just any other pertinent medical information. And then I'll just go ahead and pull this out, just a redundancy here. I believe I got this for free from, I don't know exactly where I got it from, but I got it for free. The SWAT T There are uses for this, you know, as a tourniquet in different situations. Of course, I am a huge fan of the North American Rescue Cat, especially the Gen 7 and the SOF, you know, fantastic company. But the SWAT has its place too, so I had it. I stuck it in here. You know, I have a lot of Cat Gen 7s all over this vehicle, so I had that. I put it in here. So, of course, we have got our packing gauze, and to go with the packing gauze, a lot of stuff going on here, guys. We have got our Israeli or compression bandage, super important. Those are your super duper important items there for your main IFAK. And then, of course, I've got my twin pack of hyphen vented chest seals. So really, guys, your double pack of chest seals, because you may have an entry and an exit wound. Now, there are ways of making a chest seal without actually having chest seals, but guys, it's easier just to have the vented chest seals. Your compression bandage, your packing gauze, you know, and your TQ, maybe a pair of shears. These are your extremely important items for your IFAK. Those are your absolute necessities. Now, you know, your other fantastic items to have in here are going to be your nitrile gloves, your tape. I do have some extra little things in here. Just, you know, some, what are these? 3" by 4" gauze pads. Not super important for an IFAK, guys, but I had the room. I've got a lot of those. So I threw those in, and then another piece of rolled gauze, like super cheap, super great item to have. Another item you really need to have in your IFAK that I kind of neglected there for a second, guys, was your thermal blanket. I mean, these things are a dime a dozen, guy, and being able to deal with hypothermia, you know, after a massive hemorrhage situation is super important. So having that, you know, $2 Mylar blanket in your IFAK is extremely expensive. Little bit more advanced, not super duper advanced, but it's not going to be typically in your basic IFAKs, is your nasal trumpet or your MPA. If you know how to use them, you know how to use them. If you don't, then don't. And then just a couple pairs of small forceps here. Again, that is not a necessity. That's kind of moving on past, you know, your basic vehicle IFAK, but I have been to a plethora of schools, and so, you know, I kind of like to have a little bit of extra gear when it comes to this type of thing, guys. So the rapid access to your IFAK or stop the bleed kit, again, guys, is super important. You know, you can see here, I've got, well, you can't really see it, but I've got a vault here. I've got a box here. I've got boxes everywhere in my vehicle, and I have a plethora of IFAKs and multi-person IFAKs in here. But that one I can just grab while I'm sitting in the driver's seat, guys. Rapid access to that life-saving medical equipment. You know, again, however you want to put it together, pouch or whatever, as long as you can gain rapid access to it, it is fantastic, guys. You know, so again, at the minimal, guys, have you a quality tourniquet. When I say quality, you know, I don't mean all these Chinesium things. I mean something that's tried and true and tested. You know, I'm a big fan of the, excuse me, the cats, especially the Gen 7, the SOF, you know, tourniquet, the wide one here, which is what this is, fantastic tourniquet. But having your tourniquet, your packing gauze, your compression bandage, your double pack of chest seals, guys, you know, again, right here, your thermal blanket, Mylar blanket, and then, you know, pair or two of nitrile gloves, tape, your permanent marker, so TQ application time on the time strip or on the forehead, and then a pair of shears so you can cut those pants off of that shirt off so you can gain access to the afflicted area. You know, it is super important, guys. I don't know how much more I can say it, but it's important. But this is my setup for my rapid access to my vehicle kit IFAK. vehicle kit IFAK. I'm just getting all types of tongue-tied here, guys. Again, I've got a boatload of tourniquets and IFAKs and multi-person IFAKs in here, but this is my rapid access. I can grab it while I'm sitting in the vehicle, and we are good to go. So I hope maybe you kind of gain some ideas from this, guys, and put one together, get it on your headrest or somewhere where you can gain rapid access to it, guys. But y'all stay safe, and I'm going to get this stuff put back up, and y'all have a good day.